All right, so you can find yourself in your child's pose. And I feel like this is such an appropriate pose to begin with a class that we're dedicating to Earth Day today, because we're literally bowing down to the earth. And I'm just gonna share a little something I wrote and reflected on today, and then I'll give you guys some time to reflect a little bit as well before we get moving. So yesterday in my virtual class on actual Earth Day, I asked my students to find something in their room that came from the earth. And one student pointed at their desk, and another picked up their water bottle. And then one student said, "It's everything." And I was like, yes, 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 this, you beat me to the point. I wanted to show that literally everything that we touch, we use, has come from the incredible resources that the earth has given us. And so I really wanted to make today's practice about just this gratitude for this bounty that we're given every single day, whether it's in the, the format of food or the oxygen or, the clothing we wear or the blanket we put on at night or the floor that we're standing on. Everything around us has come from a resource that's been given to us. And it feels so often like we just take and take and take, and often I get to this point like, how can I give back? Well, we do little things like the R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, but I also think that we have the opportunity, and I know it's an indigenous practice, to really take time to feel that gratitude and to feel that really just profound respect for what we have been given. And we'll work also today with our root chakra, which is our first chakra at the base of our spine. And this is also connected with the earth element and gives us stability. So we'll work on grounding with the earth, showing gratitude for the earth and strengthening this chakra. So all of that little preachy bit out of the way, just taking a moment here to connect with 1, 2, or 3 things maybe that you interact with from the earth that you are so incredibly grateful for, and especially in this time where we're really distilling what's most important to us. Just connect with maybe one image or one thing that really connects and resonates with you and something you're grateful for. Just continue to deepen your breath as you begin to really give yourself that focal point for your practice today. Taking just a few more deep breaths in your child's pose, connecting with that intention and dedication. And gently just coming up to the fingertips so you can walk yourself over to the left side, coming into just a little side stretch here. And feel that right side body open and expand. And just slowly walking yourself through center, taking it over to the other side. Sinking down deep again to open up that left side body. Next inhale, coming back through center. We're going to just slither ourselves forward onto the belly, taking the babiest of all cobras. So pushing into the tops of the feet. You won't even need your hands here. So you're just lifting the shoulders and the upper chest off. Feel your core engage. So you're pushing your pubic bone into the earth as you curl your tailbone. To assist here, really feel yourself lengthen across the spine. And then as you exhale, lift the core up, engage the arms, push yourself back into that child's pose. Inhale, slithering yourself forward, sinking the hips, lifting the chest, pushing it to the tops. Exhale, pushing back, coming into that child's pose. We're going to take 2 more of these. And take the breath and the movement nice and slow. And one last. Slithering forward. Maybe grow that cobra a little using a little bit of the hands. As you exhale, push back. This time when we inhale, we're going to come all the way onto the belly and stay there. Opening the arms out to a T. We're going to bring that right hand in nice and close, right knee bends, and then we roll on to that left shoulder. Right knee points up to the sky. Twisting out the toxins. Opening that left shoulder. And slowly as you inhale, coming back through center, we'll take it to the other side. Left hand close to the chest. Right hand straight out from the shoulder. Rolling on, pointing that left knee up. Opening the chest, opening the heart. Next inhale, coming back through center. We're going to come up to Sphinx pose. So that means that our forearms are parallel to one another. Elbows are under the shoulders. We're pushing into the tops of our feet so much that we almost start to feel that lower belly lift as you tuck the tailbone. And then you just want to rest there. You are going to sink it a little bit. It's not super engaged core, so it's a little micro back bend here. And you can always come back down to that cobra if this is too much of a back bend. Now we're going to play with bending into that left knee. Already, this might be a super intense back bend. You can stay right here and see how my foot is nice and flat and engaged. If it's available, you can bring that right hand forward a bit and then reach back and try to grab that foot. Now I'm pushing my pubic bone down, tucking my tailbone. One more breath. We're going to slowly release. Take it to the other side. Bend into that other knee. Reach back. Maybe not reach back. You can also just bend into it. One side might feel different than the other as well. One more deep breath. And slowly release. Push yourself back to child's pose just to release that back bend. And then coming up onto the knees, we're going to work into our wrists a little bit. If this doesn't feel good, you can sit in crisscross applesauce. So rolling the wrists up. We're just going to do this 2 times, just to make sure we protect our wrists. And coming back down, really engage in that bend, in that flexion. This is so good for those of us, which I know is all of us, that have been spending a lot of time on a computer. So we'll work on opening the chest and shoulders and working on that forearm strength. As we bring it down, we'll come into our tabletop posture. So finding that really nice neutral spine. where we're not sinking down or pushing up, finding that neutral position. Pushing into the hands all the way out to the fingertips. Let the eyelids of your elbows face in. And just coming into your cat-cow, dropping the belly, opening up. Tucking and rolling. Bring that chin nice and tight. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, really push all the air out. Push that belly button up towards the spine. Take one more round. And then coming into that neutral spine. Let's start by keeping both hands on the ground. Pushing into the top of your left foot. Let that right foot extend out, trying to maintain that neutral spine. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, curve and round, bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can invite that left arm in if you want here, or just take it easy. As you bring that knee and really lift it towards the chest. Exhale. Inhale, last round. Curve and round. Inhale, lengthen. Drop that right foot back behind. Sorry, bring it out to the side. So my right leg is out. Inhale. My left hand up, twisting. And then as you exhale, curve and round, reach that hand towards the foot. Drop the shoulder and head down onto the mat. Keep pushing that belly button towards spine to engage the core here. This hand can maybe open up. Feels okay, or you can tuck it back behind. Or you can just walk the fingertips forward. Lots of options. One more deep breath. Right hand comes back in. So we inhale, push ourselves all the way up. Exhale, coming back into that tabletop posture, taking it to the other side. Inhale that left leg back, checking with that neutral spine. As you exhale, curve and round. Inhale to open, move with your own breath. Maybe invite that right arm in. One more round. Lengthen it out. Bring that right hand down. Left foot comes out to the side. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, thread the needle, drop the shoulder, drop the head. Keep pushing into that left edge of your foot. This left hand can come up. It can come forward. You can tuck it behind. You just really rest here. Let the head, neck, shoulder relax. One more deep breath. Left hand's gonna come back down. Deep inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, both hands down, coming back into that tabletop posture. From here, we're gonna just tuck the toes under, push the hips back, pedal out the feet, enjoy this first down dog. Maybe wag the tail, move the legs around, be playful with it. And then start to find some stillness. Feel that grounding nature. Find that balance where the hips really lift, feel light, and the heels sink and ground. Next inhale, we're going to come to the tiptoes. Exhale, walk, step, or float to the front of the mat. Just fold here for a moment. So bend the knees as much as you need to. We're still warming up. Release the neck and head. Enjoy this forward fold just for a few deep breaths. Inhale, come to our half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing the thumbs through the sternum and then dropping the hands down to the side. Closing the eyes in this mountain pose. So there's a couple poses today where we'll really just take a few deep breaths. Feel the roots ground. Yoga in nature is so tied to the earth, even visible in the names of its postures, and how we connect with the oxygen. Next inhale, we'll start to flow, bringing the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge, drop it down nice and slow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, maybe drop the knees here. Slowly keep the elbows tucked in as you lower down. Inhale, grow that cobra a bit. Exhale, lower down. Maybe push back through tabletop and then lift up, downward facing dog. Taking 3 deep breaths. Give yourself permission today to slow things down a bit. Focusing on that dedication and gratitude in that breath. Inhaling to the tiptoes. Exhale to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deeply, crown to the ground. Inhale, sweep it up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's pause once more here. So you're gonna have hands at heart center, hands at the thighs, feeling that nice tall mountain pose, feeling strength, peace, really nice and calm. Inhaling up for round 2. Exhale, hinge and lower. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Lowering all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push it back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Find that drishti or focal point. Keep your mind here in these moments of stillness. Inhaling to the toes. Exhale to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold nice and deep. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center and pause. 1 full breath here. Coming into our 3rd and final round. As you're ready, bringing it up. Take your time to complete that 3rd and final round. Take that pause and mountain pose. Feel that strength. Nice and tall and strong. Coming to flow together once more. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant, step walker, float it back. Lower yourself down, maybe a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift and push the hips back. Downward facing dog. We'll come into our hip opening series. So inhale that right leg up. Exhale, coming into our low lunge. You can always drop that back knee. Inhale, sink the hips, leaning forward. Exhale as you push back, straighten that front leg, bowing over your shin. Moving with your own breath, maybe even closing the eyes, feeling into the hips. Two more rounds. Taking your time to finish that last round. We'll then all meet in that front lunge. We're gonna pause here for a moment and we're gonna come into lizard pose. So you can stay right here. You're gonna bring your hands inside that right leg, okay? So hands are firmly pressing on the ground. You can stay right here. If you want, you can come up off the toes. It'll be a little bit more, come up off the knee. I don't know how you come off the toes. And then from here, if it's available, you might be able to lower down to one forearm, maybe both. So this is our full expression of lizard pose, is we're down nice and low. Now you can stay on your hands right here, that's fine too. You're gonna push that knee into the tricep while the tricep kind of pushes back. So there's a little resistance there. Yes, you can be down on this knee. All right, just opening that hip a little bit deeper. Plus, this is a little shout out to my only pets, which are geckos. A lizard in the house. I've named him Jack. I know it's a different one every time, but I still name him. All right, let's slowly come back up. Work that knee back in between the hands, and then we're gonna come into a twist. So open it up. Coming back down, let's exhale, coming into that wide-legged fold. So moving to the middle of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, slowly fold down. You can keep the hands right here in front of your face. Maybe grabbing the opposite ankle or reaching the hands through. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. With each exhale, really just try to release. Let the head go, maybe shake it out of it if you feel like you can't let it go. Try to release your jaw. All right, next inhale, plant the hands. Inhale up. And then as you exhale, coming to the back of your mat to your left leg. Inhaling to lower, same thing, back side of the mat. Exhale, lengthen and bow. That knee can be on the ground or off. Take one more round. And then coming to lean forward into that lunge. So you can stay right here. We're just going to bring the hands inside of the left foot. So you can stay right here, knee can be on the ground here, and then we're just creating a little resistance between these two, pushing back at each other. You can stay up here on the hands, or if it's available, you might be able, it's usually easier to lower this first forearm that's opposite of the leg, and then you can play with maybe that other forearm can come down too. It's an intense hip opener. And try to avoid looking up and instead looking right in between the hands so that your neck becomes an extension of the spine. 2 more deep breaths. Even if you're down on the forearms, try to hug that knee in rather than letting it fall out. All right, coming back up to our hands if we're not there already. Inhale, we're gonna bring that left arm up. So you can keep the knee on the ground if you want to, or you can lift the knee up. Either way. One more deep breath here. Exhale, bringing both hands down. You're gonna move back to the middle of the mat. So you have that second round now of wide-legged fold. Maybe you can heel toe the feet a little bit wider if it feels safe. And then inhale, flat back. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you can exhale and try to bring those forearms a little bit closer. Release the neck and head. Take your arm variation of choice. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, bring it back to the front of your mat. And then we'll plant the hands, step it back to downward facing dog. Let's just drop the knees down for a moment. Come into a close, if it's okay for you, you can do wide-legged, but give it a try doing a close knee child's pose rather than we often take wide. And then just let your body rest on the top of your thighs and even bring the hands back behind. Surrendering once again down to the earth. Connecting with that gratitude. So often when we are used to doing a maybe faster pace class or vinyasa or yoga practice, when we slow down like this, our mind speeds up. But lately the earth has been telling us to slow down. So we're gonna listen to that voice right now. And we're gonna find some santosha or contentment within this nice, slow practice. Even if we have to work against our mind telling us otherwise. All right, take one more deep breath here. And stretch the arms out front, tuck the toes, and come back into that down dog. We'll inhale our right leg up to a 3-legged dog, just holding here for one deep breath. Stretch out that left calf. And then coming in between to step in between the hands, bringing that foot down. We're gonna drop the back heel so it's parallel with the back of our mat and open up to our warrior 2. So sinking the hips, getting our knee over ankle. Open the arms out to warrior 2. So really this is a great pose for our root chakra. We're really exposing and bringing our root chakra down as much as we can. We're grounding, feeling that strong warrior pose. Gazing out over that right middle finger. One more deep breath here. As we inhale, we're gonna let this back hand, like a clock, come forward, and then we'll push back into warrior 1. So now our hips are squared. We might have to take our stance in a little bit. So just locking in that warrior 2 to warrior 1, feeling nice and strong. These warrior poses are so good for us when we're starting to feel maybe a little helpless or like we lack control. But really there are so many things we can still control in our own bubble, in our own world, in our own space, in our own mind. Let that left hand track that, transitioning back to warrior two. Just feeling some real strength in this sinking. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to windmill it down. Step that right foot back. You can flow here, or you might just choose to push back. Downward facing dog. So you can take that half vinyasa, or you can just come back into that down dog. We're going to be building our flow a little differently, a little slower today. Inhale that left leg up. Nice and strong. Three-legged dog. Let that right calf stretch. And as you exhale, slowly moving forward, stepping that foot. Now track that foot back against. Prepare for warrior two. Sink it down. Knee over ankle. Feel that hip opening, that chakra grounding, engagement of the core. Gaze out over those left middle fingers. One more deep breath here. Now we're going to bring that right hand down and around, meeting the left and up, coming to push our hips forward. Now that back foot might come in a bit. For that stance if you need it to. Feel that steadiness. Big inhale here, and then let that hand like clockwork work back into our warrior two. Taking time, just enjoying that transition. Inhale to reverse, and we'll just windmill it all the way down. Step it back, flow or push back, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale to the toes, exhale to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding deeply. And then bringing it all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming to stand. We're going to take a tree pose. So then we'll incorporate tree pose a little bit into our flow in a little while. So really ground that right foot down. Feel the toes spread. And then just play with coming off the heel. Find your drishti or your focal point. You might want to bring the hands to the hips or close to a wall if you feel like you need that support. And then just bringing the foot to the calf. You can have any arm variation that you need here to help you find your balance. If it's available, you might bring it a little bit higher. We don't want to put it on the knee, but you might be able to bring it all the way up with the help of a hand. All right, we might stay here with some cactus arms. You might bring the palms together up ahead, maybe forming a little four-finger lock, bringing the triceps near the ears. Or you can grow your branches out if you want to give the shoulders a little space. And yes, trees move in the breeze, and so shall you. 2 more deep breaths. You got this. If you fall out, just come back. We're going to slowly reverse that out. So maybe we bring the hands to the hips. Bring that knee forward and slowly bring it down. Now planting the opposite foot, really. Left foot grows those roots down into the earth. And then just coming up onto that tiptoe. Find that drishti or focal point. Slowly find that low tree first. So we really want that knee to work its way out so that this hip is opening. Maybe you can grow that a little bit. Maybe you can assist to the inner thigh pushes back. And then you can take your arm variation, take your time. Deep breathing will really help you find your balance. Any arm variation that tickles your fancy. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. We'll slowly reverse out. So we'll bring that knee forward and down. We'll shake it out. We're going to take 1 more balancing posture before we go back into our flow, and we'll incorporate these there. All right, so we're going to come into eagle posture. And so once again, you're planting both feet, just like we did in, I want to make sure you can see my feet, in our tree pose. And we'll first start by just bringing the right leg over the left. And you see my toes are on the ground, okay? So this is sort of step 1, is you're just here, okay? From there, you might be able to kind of lift up a little higher and tuck that foot back, but you can also just stay right here on the ground. So this is obviously going to add a balance challenge. Some of you can probably wrap that way better than I can. My ankle just doesn't want to do that, which is fine. All right, and then from here, we're going to take our left arm under our right and then interlock our hands. Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, just push into the forearms right here like a prayer, okay? Otherwise, left is under right. And you can stay right here. Really have to find that drishti or that focal point. You can always bring the toes back down if you need to. One more deep breath. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower on this last breath. And then we're going to reverse. So you release the hands, slowly stand up, bring that foot back down. Shake it out. All right, taking it to the other side. This time plant those left, right toes. Left leg's going to come over right this time. Toes can be on the ground there. You find your drishti, and then maybe you can lift them up a little bit. This time, right arm under left, bringing the palms, or maybe just bringing the palms and forearms together. Now you want to make sure you're not just arching your back here, but instead tuck the tailbone, engage that core, and then maybe sink it down a little bit. We got 2 more deep breaths. Slowly release the hands. Standing up, release the foot. Shake it out. All right, coming back to the top of our mat. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hand, step walker, float it back. Maybe lower the knees, lower the body. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips, push back. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale here for the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Hold here, 1 full breath. Exhale, bring it in between the hands, coming into our warrior 2. So we're going to mix those 2 things up that we did just a little bit ago. We'll go inhale, reverse. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Bring that left arm down and around, coming into our warrior 1. All right, so now here's what we're going to play with, moving from our posture here into one of those balances. So we're going to try to come in to tree, and you might just decide to keep it a low tree. But you need to find that drishti before we move. So we take a deep inhale, and then we take an exhale, and we try to come to that tree pose. All right, and it might be just easier to keep it low so you don't have to wiggle it all the way up there. Deep inhale, and then we're going to try to transition back here. Nice and slow, step it back, exhale. Warrior 2, inhale to reverse. Exhale, windmill it all the way down. Step it back, flow, or just push back, downward facing dog. All right, taking it to the left side. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it through, prepare for your warrior two. Sink it nice and low. Inhale, flip that front palm to reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Bring that right arm down and around up to warrior one. Right, so from your warrior one, you're finding that drishti, that focal point. And then preparing to come into your tree. Two more deep breaths. And then slowly, with control, stepping it back. Warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, windmill it down. Flow or push back. Downward facing dog. We're going to drop the knees down, coming into child's pose. You can choose if you want to have that wide-legged or knees close together. Either way, one more time, connecting with that dedication, connecting with that intention of gratitude for the earth and all it provides. Taking a moment if you need to towel off or grab a drink of water. And we have one more round of flow. So we're gonna do the same thing we just did, but we're gonna play with going from tree into eagle and then back. So just adding up all the little pieces we've done so far together, playing with those strength in the warrior poses, and really finding that stability in our balancing postures. So if you'd like to join for this third and final flow, we'll come into our downward facing dog. You can stay right there in your child's pose. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg rises. Full deep breath here. Exhale, bring it forward. Step it through. Prepare for your warrior two. Sink it in. Maybe this is the deepest warrior two you can find. Inhale to reverse. Exhale back to warrior two. Left hand drops, comes up and around. Hips point forward, warrior one. All right, preparing our mind here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, we're coming to tree. Maybe a nice slow tree. Maybe you want to bring it up higher this round. Completely up to you. We're here for 2 deep breaths. Really feel the strength in that standing leg, even if she wobbles. One more deep breath. Now bringing that left leg around the right leg. And always drop those toes to the ground. We're going to bring right arm under left and try to sink it down a little bit into our eagle. You got this. I know that right leg is going to start screaming soon. Deep inhale. Exhale. Slowly start to unwind with control. Step it back. Warrior one. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, windmill it down, flow or not to flow. We've got just one more side. Inhaling that left leg up, three-legged dog, nice and strong. Exhale, come to step it through. Prepare for your warrior two. Take your time. Bring yourself up. Sink it down. Gazing out over that left middle finger. Taking a reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Right hand comes like clockwork, up and around. Warrior one. Deep breath here to prepare the mind. We're coming into tree. Next breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, transitioning to your tree. Maybe you can bring that up a little higher this time, completely up to you. Take your arm variation, choice. One more deep breath here in tree. All right, now we're going to bring that right knee up and around. Wrap it around, sinking into your eagle. Left hand under right, push into the palms, sink it back, maybe a little bit lower. Got this, 2 deep breaths. Next inhale, slowly unwind. Exhale, step it back. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, windmill it down. Step it back, last flow. All meeting in downward facing dog. If you're resting in child's pose, you can come join us. We'll inhale that right leg up, and then exhale, step it through, coming into our pigeon pose. Letting those left toes come back, sitting nice and tall, and then exhale, lowering down to where it feels good for you. Maybe the forearms are all for today. Maybe you need to stay on the hands. Whatever feels good for that hip. We're going to stay down for 3 more deep breaths. Make sure the neck is an extension of our spine, so we're not just letting it drop all the way. We can always stack the fists, give that a break. All right, slowly planting the hands, peeling ourselves back up nice and tall. Nice little cobra stretch. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, taking it to the other side. Left leg comes forward, walk those right toes back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Find your space and spot. On this side may be totally different than the other. And then try to find a little space to rest the head and the shoulders and the neck. One more deep breath here. And we slowly heal ourselves up, taking that little cobra break. Micro back bend here. Planting the hands, coming into that last down dog. Stretching it out. Shaking the tail. And then we'll come, let's walk our feet to our hands in a forward fold. Bring the feet nice and wide. And we'll come to sink down into our Malasana or Yogi squat. You can have the heels off the mat if you need to and just be on the fingertips here. If it's available for you, you can let the hips and the heels sink all the way down. Bringing the palms to heart center. Letting yourself lengthen nice and tall. Weights in the heels. And then you're going to bring the arms forward and you're going to trust that the earth is going to get you. as you fall back. All right, we're gonna come into our shoulder stand for our inversion today. If you'd like to take it up the wall, you can. Otherwise, we'll be practicing it just here on the mat. And we'll go through shoulder stand, Halasana, fish pose to close out our practice today. So feel free to move to a wall or just take legs up the wall if you want to chillax a bit. So we'll plant hands into the earth, lifting the feet up, taking a deep inhale. As we exhale, we push all the way back. Bring the hands to the lower back, bring the elbows close to one another, and then push the feet up to the sky. Zip the legs together. You can point the toes or flex the feet, just keep them active. And really work on trying to stack ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, while maintaining a little space so that the chin, between the chin and the chest, so that the breath can flow naturally. We're going to shoot for 10 breaths here. Keep breathing. Slowly, we're going to let the legs fall back over the face. If it's possible for the toes to touch the ground, release the hands. If they don't touch, you can just keep the hands on the lower back. Maybe you want to interlock the hands or just push the hands into the mat. Either one is fine. 3 more deep breaths here. And from here, we're slowly pushing the hands into the mat, coming down very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, slowly as possible, coming into like a forward fold, keeping the legs nice and close, and then the hands are right under the sacrum. You let the legs come all the way down to the ground, and you can push yourself up onto the elbows. Nice straight body, lowering the crown of the head down to the ground. Coming into fish pose. Opening that throat chakra in the heart, in our chest. 2 more deep breaths. Slowly lift the head back up first, then untuck the elbows. Lower yourself down, taking 5 to 10 rounds of breath with any last postures to bring yourself into your Shavasana. Maybe you want to come into twist or a happy baby. Whatever feels good for you, whatever the body is calling out for, make this practice about what you need. We're twisting, coming back through center and taking it to the other side. Gently letting the breath come back to its natural state. Finding your Shavasana posture. Maybe you want to have legs up the wall, or maybe the soles of the feet together to continue that hip opening, or maybe just taking a traditional Shavasana. Wherever you end up, just start to release. Release the feet, release the ankles, release the calves, all the way up through the knees and the thighs. Let the glutes go, let the hips sink into the mat. Release the abdomen and the core. Releasing the chest and the shoulders. Releasing the neck and jaw, all the tiny muscles of the face, all the way up to the crown of the head, and just feeling the support of the earth below you. Connecting with your breath, staying present here, maybe even using the mantra thank on the inhale, you on the exhale, sending that gratitude and love and respect to the earth. We're connecting with that visual or dedication, knowing that this posture is the most important of our practice and we will honor it through staying present. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Notice the sensation of the air on your skin, the ground below supporting you. Beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Beginning to roll, point, and flex the feet. Eventually bringing the arms up overhead, coming into a full body stretch, fingers to toes. Taking a deep breath here. And as you exhale, bending the knees, rolling on to your favorite side, pausing in this first posture our bodies ever knew. And connecting with that piece of the earth that brings you so much joy and gratitude and fulfillment and contentment. And send that love back. Send it out into the world. And gently, as you're ready, bringing yourself up into a comfortable seated posture. Take your time to get there. And bring the palms to heart center. Begin to rub the palms to create heat and energy. And we'll place the palms over the eyes. May we use this energy to see the beauty within ourselves and the beauty on our earth. Bringing the palms back together, creating heat and energy. Now placing our palms over our ears, may we use this energy to hear positive thoughts about ourselves and positive thoughts about our earth. Bringing the palms together once more, and then transferring this energy over our heart. May we live our truth. May all living beings have respect and love for our earth. Inhaling the arms up overhead, pulling this energy down to your heart. Namaste.